Good morning. My name is Michael. This is Peter. We're with Mizuho OSI. We're going to go over the Hana table. I guess I'm going to go through most of the setups from anterior to fracture. Okay? So we're going to start off with the troubleshooting and the back of the table. So why don't we spin this around so we can see, everybody can see. All right. Back of the table. So this table needs to be plugged in and turned on at all times. If it's going to be stored unplugged, then we have to make sure we power it down. Okay, so why don't we do that first? Why don't we find some type of plug? Right to your left, right there, see it? Cool. Let's turn it on and see what we got here. All right, so it, again, has to be plugged in and turned on at all times. The troubleshooting is really important because if you're in the case, if you're circulating, or if you're assisting, and something happens where they're asking the table to do something and it's not performing to that act, well, then we have to check and see if something occurred. And we need to be kind of fast, right? So, see this red dot? See that red dot?
Yes.
Yeah. Does everybody here love their anesthesiologist? Because they're going to be the ones that hits it. They're going to hit it by accident. They're not even going to realize it. So when they do hit it, watch the dashboard. It kills the dashboard. It's a kill switch. It has to be on there for FDA regulations. Very simple. To reset it, all you do is turn it to the right and it pops out. Okay? Very simple. That's troubleshooting number one. If we're doing an anterior case, here's troubleshooting number two. I get this a lot when I'm driving and the nurse is on FaceTime and she's like, hold on, the doctor's going to yell at you now. Okay, this is great. So, see this switch here? Left or right? Which side are you on? Make sure you're on the correct side of the case. Simple. It's troubleshooting number two. Here's your hand pendant. Okay? Beefy, it's big, it's very simple. The table goes up and down. It Trendelenburgs, it reverse Trendelenburgs, airplane tilts, and it has a return to level button. Got it? But if this gets dropped, if this gets broken, let's just say, everything is right here on the dashboard. Okay? So far, so good? I tend to talk fast. I get excited, so please just go with me. All right? Next is, see these three buttons right here? 1, 2, 3, those three squares? Those are fuses, like in an old house. So if something trips, it's going to turn white. If it turns white, it shuts off certain parts of the table. Just check real quick to see if anything is white, press it back in, and it resets that fuse. So we've gone through 1, 2, possibly 3, here's 4, and here's the last one. If it's not the red dot, if it's not the three square fuses, if it's nothing to do with the hand pendant itself, and you're on the correct side, I want you to treat this like your cell phone. Yes, during the middle of the case, while everything is happening, you're gonna power it down, unplug it, count to 30, good luck. Plug it back in, turn it back on. That usually clears about 90% of the bugs. Got it? Simple? All right. So, the setup on this table could be very intimidating, but we're gonna make it easy. And I normally don't say this until the end, but if you'd like to know, if you're setting up the table, you can go on your phone to the App Store, look up Mizuho OSI, look up Hana, and get that app, and it shows you step by step how to set up for each individual case, which is great.
That's a home run.
Yeah, it's a home run. I just didn't want to tell you now because then everyone goes to their phones before listening to the scenario. All right, so we're going to spin this around without further ado, without getting any wires. I'm going to run over any wires. Thank you.
Look at the table we have there.
All right. So, moving down the table has built-in arm rails, one on each side. And I usually stop there, and I ask because, I'm all over the place. I'm throughout all the East Coast of the United States. When you bring your patient in, and let's talk an anterior hip, does the patient get the epidural on the stretcher or on the table?
Stretcher.
Thank you. So let's use our imagination. So on your side, right there, there's two arm boards. Can I have both of you? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So if the patient's coming in on this side, I'm going to put this underneath so we can get closer, right? This one I'm going to address and I'm going to set up. It's just a very basic, tighten up the knobs. You can adjust the height, the length, and how far you want to go. And when you're happy, you want to lock the arm rail in place. It's just a spinning motion. Pretty simple, okay? The table holds 450 pounds. It does not hold 451 pounds, because we get that, okay? So 450 max. When you're placing things around and getting the table set up, please, 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 do not rest anything. See these wheels? 1, 2, and there's 2 in the back. Do not rest anything on those wheels. Can anybody tell me why?
It's gonna add up weight.
That's a good one. I like that one. I'll take that. I'll put it in the back of my head here. This is for the shroud. See these metal pieces? If something gets put here and it gets stuck under the shroud when we're either raising or lowering the table, those shrouds fall off like feathers. They're only held on by magnets. If they fall off, I could use a foul word. So I'm not. It's too early in the morning. So we got that. I'm just trying to give you all the things so you're familiar with the table and you know what and what not to do. All right, so far so good. So we talked about the arm boards, we talked about the weight, we talked about, now this is your temper pads. Are you familiar with temper? Right? Temper is, it adapts to your body heat, so it'll contour the body, envelopes the patient, which is great, helping with circulation. Moving down the line, we're going to talk about the plug, and this plug, I'm going to have somebody put the plug in. So is it okay if you do it? Yeah. Okay, cool. So you're going to show everybody the plug, and see that notch right there? Everyone needs to see that. That notch. Yeah. Oh my God, you could be like the next Vanna White, right? That plug with that notch, right, or where is it, right there? That big one? It's going to go in that hole right there at the bottom, and the notch goes up perfectly vertical, and then when you put it in, twist it to the right, and it locks in place. You heard that little snap. That was the easy part. I do catch people when the case is over and they go like this.
We shouldn't do that.
No, do that, because then we can make extra money.
You could ruin the proms.
That's right. So please don't do that. So do you mind taking it out now? To pull it out, there's a little button, a sliding mechanism. You have to slide the button back and twist to the left to pull it out. Not bad, right? No, it's pretty simple. So this pedal is for, now I'm going to ask you, can you help me? Right beside you. See those 2 big beefy things? We're going to look for the right, they're labeled, right here, these things. But they're labeled right and left. Whoa, workout for the day. So if you pass me one.
And then we can pass to everyone.
Yeah,
so everyone
because I want everyone to know that it's specific side. See the LH? Am I pointing to it? Right here. So if everybody wants to see, maybe you want to pass around. It is beefy, you'll get your workout for the day. I'll take the other one. See the LH? And on this side, it's going to say RH. Can I take you with me? Yes, you're absolutely correct. Yes. Things are heavy, right? You look one-handed with the camera? It's very heavy.
It's right on top. Yeah.
And I'm doing this for a reason, so that when you do kind of pick it up with the cart, or you're going to take it off the table, you're not overwhelmed by how heavy it is. It's kind of awkward. So who has the right one?
Here.
Can you come with me? So we're gonna install this now. So watch what we're gonna do. I call this, if you can turn around to everybody. This is the peg. See that peg? We're gonna put the peg on the floor. Place the peg on the floor. And then look underneath the table. See this wire right here? Grab that wire. Come around. And now before you install it, hang on. Remember sir, back there you were talking about the prongs?
Yeah, the prongs.
This has prongs too,
Yeah,
but it has a red dot. See the red dot? There's a red dot on the plug, and then look for the red dot there and line them up so it's perfectly vertical when it's, whoa. She's dangerous, huh? So now, you're gonna take this. So see the peg is on the floor? Now let's flip it around where the peg faces the ceiling. And you're gonna enter this big square into this square. If it's not going, you gotta open it up a little bit so you don't force it, and then let's just hand tighten this. Don't go crazy, hand tight. And what did we just do is we just connected the table with that plug to this femur lift assist. Okay? So stay there. Don't move. Don't move. Can you plug this back in for me so we have everything connected? We can see if you were paying attention. Wow, look at you. All right, and then we're going to stand up and we're going to lock this table. Here we go. 1, 2, just press down. Push down all the way. Thank you very much. So we just connected our hip lift assist. But wait, which side am I on?
Right.
What side am I back there? Ah, it wouldn't work. We'd be sitting here holding the pedal all day. So let me just flip that over. Okay, and now we have that understanding that this is connected, this side's gonna work, this is the side we're working on. Here comes the fun part. Will you use this transfer board? Anybody? We don't know, right? Kind of, but you've had a Hana here before, so.
Yeah.
Do they use the transfer board?
I don't
We
think
didn't-
so. We had it like in 2007.
We didn't use
Yes,
it.
I-
We didn't
Like
use it.
there was less electronics.
Yes, right. There's less to it. Now we have a little bit more. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go with what you do. You don't use it right now, so I'm gonna just put it off to the side. Is that okay? Can we? Just lift that up. There's your workout for the day. We can just put that off to the side.
We don't usually have it on the bed when we put the patient over.
All right. And now we're gonna talk about the fun part. These leg spars. Here's a maintenance and a safety suggestion. See the cart? Let's pull this cart this way for just a little bit. Watch everybody's toes. Look at the silver handles way at the back. Your name? What's your name? Greta. Greta's hand is on the silver handle. No, please do. But Greta, see the silver handle? You're holding the spar. See the black handle? That's the cart. Look how the silver handle goes underneath the handle. I see many places where they rest the silver on top of this. Sorry, I didn't mean to play patty with you. So don't do that. Please see that this is the way we want to do it. For safety, here's why. This spar is very front load heavy. Very. And I'll show you a tip on how to pick it up safely. If you don't pick it up correctly, this would go flying to the floor and that's going to come flying up in the air. It's going to be like a Tom and Jerry. So, and then whoever doesn't know Tom and Jerry.
A lot of these people don't know what that is.
I amazed myself twice now.
We don't look that old.
Thank you, sir. I'll have you guess my age later. So, the spar itself is radiolucent, okay? But I'm gonna have 2 people pick it up, if that's okay. So let's have 2 volunteers, and we're gonna unvelcro it. We're gonna slide this forward completely, lock it in place, and then pick it up with 2 people, and I use the words shove it in to the table. Who's doing it? Brad is 1.
Here, hold this.
Oh, and we got a camera lady. What's your name? Rebecca. All right, awesome. So before you do anything, unlock that black knob and slide it forward, and then lock it back in place. All right. Yes, sir.
Can you also raise the bed to the height of that, and then because I remember us doing that.
You can totally leave these spars on the cart and try to. Let me emphasize that word. Try to park it into the table, and I'm just going to wish you the best of luck.
All right.
Because it's and I can say anything here, right? I'm not going to hurt your feelings. It's a pain in the ass, and it's the timing and positioning and height low. Just pick it up 1, 2, and let's just shove
That's
it.
just easier.
So we're going to pick it up, 2 strong women. We know that it's stuck under there, so we got to pick up and swerve it out of there. Let's move this cart back out of the way. Watch your toes. And the first thing I do is make sure this is open and clear, so I don't harm that peg. And let's just, like I said, shove it in there. Oh, which one am I?
Right in the left?
Right. We're gonna do the right.
All right.
No problem. And you gotta wiggle it and push at the same time. Talk to each other because it's swerving.
Hold on.
Straight.
Nice, and I like this slamming part.
And you heard the click.
It's a good. You okay?
Yeah, I just didn't know if I was allowed to let that.
No, you are. But now let's tighten up the knob. And you're gonna tighten up really good. And 1 spar is in. So now I need 2 more volunteers to pick up the other leg spar, and let's get the second one in. Please.
Tag.
2 volunteers. Anybody?
Okay, Marie. And then Marie and Cliff. There you
This
go.
one up and then slide.
No, he said that.
No, this one. Sometimes they are moving this one up and then they're sliding because sometimes night duty there's only one.
There's one
They
person
can
at night.
slide. I saw this one on the other. They will up this one
in another
if you're
hospital.
alone, and then they will slide
No,
this
but-
one and then remove.
That's what I was telling him. But he said that's not
Enough to
recommended.
understand, but yeah.
What's your name?
Couldn't.
What's your name? Bill, you made that look easy.
It was not Bill.
That's Bill.
Oh, what's your name?
Cliff.
Cliff. Bill.
Cliff.
I'll be calling the opposite thing. Well, you made that look easy, Cliff. And that was really good. So, thank you. So our spars are in. Okay. So let's just talk about the functions of the spars, and then we're going to go quickly into patient setup. Okay. So see these knobs? So this is gross traction, right?
Well, I like the sound.
We want to keep it outside of the red zone. What did he say?
I like the sound.
Same here. So now it's going to be physician preference if they want these black knobs on the inside, or you can vice versa them and have these knobs on the outside. Right?
Even if they're on the outside, they can't like be adjusted like, during the surgery.
We're going to get to that. We're going to talk about where's the sterile field and what's not sterile. So right now they're inside. I kind of go all over the place, and it's a balance between some prefer in, some prefer out. Here's your gross traction. See this right here? Can someone get that crank right there? Oh, you don't mind? Yeah, and go the opposite way and expose as much of this. Oh, sorry, I ruined your video. Expose as much of this fine traction as possible. Start every case with it. Yep, with as much of this showing as possible. Here's why. If you only have this much showing, and the doctor says, "Give me 3 turns," and you don't have 3 turns, you're screwed. So let's make sure we have as much showing as possible to start every case. Okay, so that crank, what we just did, was fine traction. Gross traction, fine traction. And then we're going to talk about this here. So can you grab this? And that's your steering wheel. I would like to have that as a car steering wheel. I think that'd be really cool. So, but you're going to hold that with your left hand.
Color.
With your right hand, you're going to unlock the steering wheel. And now you can internally and externally rotate. Got it? So start it at zero. So let's stop there for a second. Let's just grab a boot so I can. Can you pass me that boot really quick? I'm sorry, you're videoing. Okay. So okay, hang on. That's
right.
left. And here's a right. Okay. So you're just going through the steps. Your boots are labeled right and left. They come in 3 sizes. What sizes do they come in?
Small, medium, large.
Oh, wrong. They come in small, large, and extra large. There's no medium. The large follows both medium and large. Is that okay?
Sir?
No, you can answer. There's no right or wrong. So now let's play with the internal and external rotation. But I'm going to give you weight on your foot, so it reenacts like what a human would be like. Try it. And the doctor says, give me 40 degrees of external rotation. Where's your muscles? And lock it in place. Now, here's the good thing. Hopefully you started with the foot perfectly vertical. Watch. At 0. Zero it out before you start any case, because they're going to call out weird numbers. So now you're at 40. Now go to 120 degrees of external rotation. This is where I've noticed you'll find a challenge in the patient, because they might be tight, they're still releasing, right? And that's nothing. That's 120.
Yes.
Now go to 140. I've even gone to 160. So use your imagination. Feel that muscle working right there?
Oh, gosh, you might break something else.
Pretty intense. So they got this huge exposure. He's getting all the release done, right? And that's really important. What happens after they get the full release? What happens next? No, I know. I can't read hands signals. What is it? What happens after they get that whole release, right? And then I always use these simple terms. They cut off the top of the femur, right? And then they're gonna screw the plate in for the implant. What happens next?
Everything gets
Crickets.
loose.
I like crickets. So what happens next is, after he's got all the clear, he's cut off the top of that head of the femur. He's now going to drop this leg. Okay. I don't know about the state of New Jersey, but the entire state of New York is in a high red alert, and myself, implant reps included, are no longer allowed to manipulate the table because there has been incidents, and I can't tell you the details. Just use your imagination. So with that being said, are you ready to work on the table?
Yeah.
All right, you've externally rotated. Now the doctor's gonna call out, drop the leg and adduct it. Hang on. What's the first thing you do if you have to drop this leg? What's the first thing you have to do? Taking you with me. So let's unlock the gross traction first.
This
Yeah,
one?
yeah, you have to reach in deep and wait, that's the sterile.
Okay.
You gotta really reach in there with those long arms.
Not too long.
Okay, I'll take it. So now it's loose. So in majority of the cases that I've been in, usually the gross traction is locked until we're ready for this step. After they've told you to unlock the gross traction, most of them tell you to leave it unlocked. That's my experience. So it's unlocked, okay? You're going to drop the spar to the floor. So you're going to hold the steel handle with one hand, and look at the black knob that you're holding. See where it says lock and unlock?
Yes.
Which way is unlock?
Left.
Go all the way to the left. All right, now, this table is not like your old Hana. Your old Hana did not have hydraulics. This has hydraulics. Let go. It floats.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is nice, but don't forget to lock it down there because it will float back up on you. So we're gonna push this straight down to the floor. Go straight to the floor. And what happens is, kiss the floor. Keep going, keep going. So the leg just slid up, right? Because now,
Don't make it lock.
Because it was unlocked.
well,
Not yet.
wait.
Okay.
Let's just hold. The doctor's he's gonna see how patient you are. So now you're going to adduct the leg all the way over, as far as you go. You're gonna drag it across the floor. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Watch it.
What's your head?
Right there. And let's lock it in place. Please remember to lock it in place. And right about there. Wait. Good. Stopping at 12 to 1 o'clock. I want to teach you something. Yeah, it's okay. It's
That's it?
Perfect. See what this spar is? Look where the lock is on this spar. The knob, the black round knob. It's about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, right? There's no need to push that lock further than 1 o'clock. In the past, a lot of the implant reps they get very zealous, right? They're very, and they get all excited and they push it to 3 or 4 o'clock. When you do so, you know what happens. It stretches the lock, gets weaker, and then you're gonna get in trouble. So if we train you to stop at 1 o'clock, this thing will last forever. You're not done. So he's now drilling into the femur, right? And he's kind of getting a fitting for the implant. He's gonna tell you to bring the leg back up. What do?
Unlock.
Okay, yeah. Unlock it first, but hold it. Make sure you hold it with the other hand so it doesn't float away from you.
Okay.
Right? Unlock. Drag it back over to the floor. Never bring it straight up. Bring it back over, and then bring it up. When you're bringing it up, okay, come all the way. It slides forward. You know what I want you to do for your own benefit? Everything the doctor asks you to do, when you're doing it, repeat it back to him. Because then you can't go wrong. Whatever you said is what I said and what I did. Okay? So it's in place. Quickly lock the spar. Good. And now this is loose, but he wants to get it fitted. So quickly you're going to grab your steering wheel with your left hand, unloose the internal rotation, and pull towards you all at once. Pull and loosen, unlock, and pull, okay, and turn it back up. Pull till the foot's straight, and then let go. And let go. Just let go. And then he fits it back into the implant. He's trialing it, right? He's going to bend the knee, he's going to move the hip around. When he likes that, guess what? You got to repeat everything all over again. Well, start at 0, right? And tell him, would you like me to lock the rotation? And always ask before you do. Repeat everything what he says. All right? So let's lock that. Any questions? Does everyone know what this is? Do we have a name? I love going to every hospital, and every hospital has a famous name for this. What is your name for it?
That's the one always missing.
Host?
One time it was Walsh, remember?
So we're boring here? Because I can tell you some funny names.
Tell us more.
What is it? No, say that again. What'd you call it? Vagina post.
Very.
The best one I heard is this is the community post.
The community post.
And this gets put in the moment the patient gets put on the table. So I have a question. Do we have the Hana distraction pad here?
I'm sorry.
It's the big blue pad with the handles that came in the box.
Yeah.
Can we grab one? So this gets put on, right? And then we have this special kit that hopefully we're going to use, because this is going to provide safety for the patient, but also provide safety for the table. Okay, so here's why. In this kit comes these two covers, right? It has Velcro here, and you slide it, the Velcro down, and then you're going to, can someone take this one and follow? I'm good. Sure, why not? You're going to stretch this, and we're going to stretch it over this big block. All the way over, up high, covering everything, so that no fluid go all the way up. No fluid can get inside that big box. Because if any fluid gets in this box right here, your table is going to be shut down. The spar is going to be done, and you're going to have to get that repaired. So that's number one. Now, I say something naughty, but our community post gets its own condom. That's good, right? And then we have a headrest that goes along with it. We have arm cradles that comes along with it, and you just have your little arm straps. And I think another important factor is boot liners.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because guess what? I know this is brand new because I know I delivered it, and you haven't used it yet, I'm assuming. Did they use it?
No, they wanted to.
Yeah, so let's put these on a shelf somewhere as a trophy. And let's use the disposables because you can't disinfect this. And this is like a sponge. And then every other foot that's in there, I don't want you touching. So let's use our disposables, and it's actually better for the patient because it's going to wrap around the patient's foot better. Is that okay?
And those don't come in sizes. You can use them.
So they're perforated, so you can make them smaller, but it
Or
will
larger.
fit what sizes?
Small, large, and extra large.
Right, so it starts off as an extra large, and it has a perforated line you could rip if you have to put it into the small boot. Okay? So, with that being said, this is your anterior, right? You have your pedal. Has anyone seen these before? No? You've had Hana here for a while?
We didn't use it.
Never?
No. We had a Hana for
Yeah,
couple
we-
years when
No,
nobody
I
used it.
actually have Hana for many years.
Uh-huh.
You have an old Hana here, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you have an old Hana
Nobody
here.
used it.
So,
We traded.
They traded it in. They sold it.
oh, so that old Hana's not here?
No, it's not here anymore.
It's been gone.
Okay, all right. Good to know.
They,
So see this right here?
they trade it with
This, and this should be in a sterile tray. And there's difference. They're
That goes for
labeled
the hip,
right
right?
and left, and there's actually, let's see what we got here. There's two kinds of hooks, just so you know. These are both right. One, if you notice, is a curve, and the other one is a square. This is called traditional. This we call this new. Couldn't get any more creative, huh? But there is a difference between them because look, one reaches further. So I would suggest that you take both rights, an adapter, which is just an extension, and one of the adapters here, and put it in a sterile tray, right? So you designate and separate left from right. Don't know if you might have a right and left in the same day. Suggestion. How does this work? Huh?
No, that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's also teach this. I find this a lot in many places. This is screwed into this. This should never be separated from this. Sterile loves to take them apart. You don't have to.
They will.
Tell them no.
They will.
I could say something.
How would they clean it?
No, they will.
I
gonna
could
ask
really
you,
say
how it's
something.
gonna
So
be
here's
clean?
your peg.
Listen, my screwdrivers is taken apart to the little screws.
Here's an adapter, depending on the height of the patient, right? The size of the patient. Then this goes here. And then you choose which one you want. This is when they're grabbing that femoral bone and holding it, and then they can use their pedal, and that raises it and lifts it and assists it.
Oh, nice.
Okay?
So we don't
Any,
need the
any
second
questions
strap
yet?
for Bucks more.
Any questions?
You're making trouble.
Because I have something I want to show you.
That's the second scrubbery.
On the team.
That's right. Whoop whoop.
Wonderful. Can I have that? Oh,
I
here it
don't
is.
think another 10 people will be able to.
No, I
So, see this? Oh, sorry. Okay. So this is called a Hana distraction pad. This is now the new standard of safety. Listen to those words. This is the new standard of safety for this table. Here's why. Physicians are becoming more confident and comfortable with this table. can we lower the table just a little bit? And that's great. They're becoming confident, they're becoming more comfortable. Well, guess what? Now we're getting physicians that don't even belt their patient in. Have you ever gone through that?
Oh my God.
Never have a patient, a physician, they don't even bother belting. Yeah, they don't. Because they're moving faster. And they think this is just going to hold them in place. I've witnessed, and I've gotten very emotionally, personally sick in the stomach when I've seen a patient face plant to the floor on a Hana with their feet still stuck in the boots. Can you use your imagination?
They could get their head hurt.
How? Wait. How?
Yes.
Well, don't just depend on this between the legs to hold you.
Yeah, but the normal belt doesn't exist on this table?
Yes. So they all have belts. They come with belts. Right? The belts go underneath the base and over the belly. Tell that to a doctor. When they're rushing through it and they're not setting up properly, we need to have them belted in. This blue pad does a couple of different things. Okay? It's quite simple. It has this. Let's.
Oh, they have like little things.
It has a couple of fun little things to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass this around. You would really like this at home. Oh, yeah. I want one for the car. Yeah, let everybody feel it.
Guys, if it's not used, don't throw it away.
And the reason I'm showing you this,
Put it on the side.
the reason I'm showing you this is for safety, not just for comfort. But see this little doodad right here? I want to use this post for my case. So I'm going to rip this out. We are finding physicians that are, how do I say, wanting to get deeper imaging on a smaller patient. So they take this out. Imagine that.
Hold this really close.
So there's no post between their legs. This pad, it's sticky. If you have that film, it's sticky. It's grabbing them. There's no sheet that goes here. It goes skin to pad. Can we please use the post? You can use this too. Here's why. It has handles on each end. So when the patient is on the stretcher, or when you're done, unloosen the Velcro, taco the patient, slide them right over to the stretcher, which is great, which is safer for the patient. But this pad is now becoming the standard of safety because it's holding and sticking the patient to the table. Any questions? Any thoughts?
Each patient, we need this one.
This is for each individual patient,
Each
yes.
individual.
Yes. So it has a strap here. It also comes with a belt. And what happens is when this gets pulled underneath, it gets tucked down tight. And then back here, you're attaching it. See this metal rail? This metal rail's back here? You have another Velcro strap that gets attached here. I would just put this on before the patient gets in the room. I do have a facility out in the Palisades. You know what they do with this? Very, I think it's brilliant. They put this on the stretcher before the patient gets in the hospital. When the patient comes and they're going to get on the stretcher, they pick up the patient from the stretcher using the handles, and they put the patient on the table. That's brilliant, I think. But I can't tell you what to do, but I think it's a great thought. So that's that
Do you want to
handle.
scoot it in? I'm going to shut the doors.
Any questions? All right. So this is the whole.
Sorry.
Thank you. So this is the whole anterior approach. Can we quickly go over fracture? Is that okay?
Yes.
All right, let's do that. So here we go. I need someone to take this spar, the boot off, and take the spar off the table. Who's going to do that? First the boot, and then let's take the spar off the table. So remember, you got to move this forward first and lock it in place. Good. Unloosen the knob. Now this is going to take. The spars can go on either side. Correct. Because remember.
Boots or side specific?
Side specific, yes. So now, before we do anything, to take the spar off, so after you're good, that's good loose, right? So see this right here, everybody? Watch. See this lever? Do not use that lever. I'll be the first to tell you the company put it there for a reason. It doesn't work.
Are those blue things that cover the thing? Are those individual for each case, or?
Yeah, they're individual for each case.
All right.
All right, group
So-
one is done.
So,
No, we're not.
no. So see, look where my finger is. See that bar right there? You gotta push that bar up and wiggle and pull at the same time. Nicely done. So remember what I said about storing it? That's it. Go underneath. Hang on, let's move your feet back a little bit so we can put that in. Okay.
I know it's heavy.
All right, so here we go. So now we're setting up for fracture. This will be the non-operative leg. Operative leg on this side. See that metal big piece right there? Yeah, pass that to me, please. All right, so can you grab that? You just came in. That's great. So you're going to take that and you're going to, shove that. Where'd it go?
It's there.
Over here. You're going to shove that in here. Now, for a fracture, we don't use the hip lift assist, so I need someone to unplug the hip lift assist and put it back in its place. Who's doing that? You gonna do it? Unplug. So you gotta unscrew the thing first and slide this and put the peg on the floor. Good. Turn it around, put the peg on the floor. Nice. Look at you. Wow. All right, I'll take that. Can I pass this back to you?
I think it just hangs down.
So they don't hang, they have a home. They have a home right here. See this clip? So this one should be here. All right, so here we are. We put our adapter in. This is going to be our well leg support, right? So next is this adapter here. And it has two parts, two ends. So which way do I put this adapter on? Oh. So can we take that out and put it when you place it back in, have this vertical.
I'm gonna make the surgeon do this.
You gonna surgeon do it?
Oh, heck yeah!
Oh,
I'm not killing my back lifting that thing.
I like that. All right. So see this the way it goes? Which way does this go on there?
The bigger one.
Here, show me.
No, the bigger one.
The bigger hole.
It's like playing Legos. Nicely done. All the way.
Say that one.
No, you tell me.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah.
And also, thank you. So with this way, can I look at the way it's done? Look. Can I spin this all the way around? Tell me if you can.
No.
No, because why? It's gonna
Yeah,
hang hit. So let's flip this over. No, flip this around. Now put it in. And now we'll go full clearance. That's right.
You can see the writing is right side up.
The writing's on the wall.
No, but yeah, it's right side up, so, then you know you're the right
I want
way.
to grab on the cart the well leg support. Yeah.
She was right to it. She is good.
This is the lightest piece.
Sorry.
This one.
So this goes right in here.
This one is very
All right, and then we're just going to set up and lock. I got to ask you because I don't know. Every place is different. Draping. Do you throw over? Or do you put a curtain up?
Depends on the surgeon.
Don't you just love that?
50-50.
Mostly they throw.
Most of them just throw over. Can we
Most
just
of them doing the scissors, like they
Yeah.
tie the pillow to this
Yeah.
rail, that's it.
and do most do this or do you both use both spars?
One.
Okay, so this would be the operative. This is the non-operative. All right, if you do throw over, fantastic. I do want to just show you quickly how to set up for the horizontal drape. Is that okay?
Well,
I won't take up too much of your time, promise.
follow the,
So see this? This clock socket?
What was the
Okay, this clock socket. See this metal rail here, everybody? See this metal rail? There's one on this side. This is gonna go up against there. Okay, and then we're gonna have so that's so these are your vertical. And see these verticals have a peg? That peg is gonna face you. Okay? And you just tighten this up. Now here, so there's, may I? So you have this choice. I'm gonna take these from you. And at the bottom of your cart, way at the bottom, see that long bar with the blue handle? You have a choice between having this adapter here, but what happens is now that vertical drape is very close to you. So you do have that choice, or I'll trade you. Okay? And then you have this choice.
There's my on the changes.
All right? And now you can have this swivel here.
Oh, okay.
All right? And now here's my next vertical. With the peg. Oh. So my peg's always going to face me. I'm going to tighten this up. Oh, here's the horizontal. Can you have someone put it that one on there? Have someone put it over here. Go, Greta. Go, Greta.
Oh, yeah. The rest just throw over.
All right, so. All right, so is this right?
No.
Okay, watch. If I loosen this and extend this out, watch what happens here. See the red dot? Can't go there. Have to hide the red dot. So now, is this correct?
No.
It's fine. Here's what you don't do. You don't tie these together. Because what happens is when they're tied together and we have to drop this leg a little bit, what do you think happens? It's going to bend over. And then you're going to have something snap right in the middle of the case. So don't listen to the doctor when he says tie these together. They need to be apart so that the drape does expand and contract. Any questions? No? You guys are good. I don't have to go back.